He is predominantly a part of that. Out in straight sets again is a complete failure. They have the best list in the competition. I'm convinced of it. Some of the tactical decisions he made throughout the year were just abhorrent, absolutely disgraceful, and I'm surprised he still has a job. I know he's won the flag, all right, but with the talent he has and what he's done throughout the season, it's really questionable. I'm really starting to question him as a coach and his merits and I guess what he stands for and his style of play. Not convinced. Adam Simpson, we'll give him a C. I don't think he deserves a D given he had one of the worst lists ever. In isolation, his coaching performance in 2023, it's a C. If you take into account the fact that he's let the list get to this, for that he should be an F. But in isolation, what he had to deal with in 2023, injuries as well, retirements, maybe it's a D, but I'm going to give him a C. Damien Hardwick, I think it's a D. When he was coaching Richmond, they should have made finals. They had the list for finals. They made the trades, which indicated that they still thought they were in contention for a premiership, let alone finals. And he dips out and he leaves saying he burnt out, and he comes back a month or two later to Gold Coast. I think you just gave up there a little bit, Damien. I think he really struggled. He did deal with a lot of injuries. Tom Lynch, Gibkiss, you look at injuries to like Nank. A lot of injuries for Richmond as well, but I don't think he handled them well. And I think his perseverance in playing a lot of players was a bit confusing to me. I think his reluctance to play Morris Fairley Jr. also confusing given that his defensive pressure is better than any other player in our team, Richmond. I'm not convinced by him this season. I think he failed. Bevo, D as well. With that list, that is a top 4 list. Now, if you ask me the top 4 lists, Melbourne, I think Collingwood, Bulldogs, and then probably someone like Sydney or Brisbane. But Bulldogs are in there, and that's saying something. They have a better list than GWS. Carlton, maybe, I think they've got a better list than St Kilda, that's for sure. Essendon, and they came 9th. That is just not good enough. That is so poor. His coaching decisions throughout the year were disgraceful. That loss against West Coast, absolutely disgraceful. The fact Adam Simpson won away from home with that team against Bevo's Bulled-Up Dogs, crazy. Terrible coaching performance this year. If the Dogs had a good coach, they would have made a lot more grand finals than just 16 and 21. But nonetheless, because of that flag, I guess you can't really get rid of him. But I think he's a very overrated coach. And this season on isolation, with the talent he had and the decisions he made, they weren't good. Ross Lyon, I think Ross Lyon is an S. Now, I'm on record saying that I don't think it's going to end well with Lyon and St Kilda, and I still believe that. However, this season, he proved me so wrong. St Kilda having terrible injuries to their forward line, their key forwards, in general injuries, Steele, another load of key players, and they finished 6th at the end of the home away season. How they finished 6th at the end of the home and away, I don't know how. Look, they lost that first final, so eventually transpired to nothing, but the fact Ross Lyon with that list